We've been wanting to do this ever since we bought the property. We're gonna go out and groom some trails. We finally got enough snow and we have the trails to do it to now.
Yeah, so sometime, eventually, maybe we can snowshoe.
That's my hope. So we got like about 4 to 6 inches overnight. I think we got 4 inches overnight and they're calling for 2 more inches today. And then in 2 more days, we're supposed to get 5 more inches. And then we're supposed to get like another 1 or 2 snowstorms after that. So if we can get these trails groomed and keep them open and keep them nice, we should be able to do some snowshoeing soon.
Maybe if we loved snowshoeing and stuff, we will want to do like cross-country skiing. So that would be so fun on the trails.
It would be. I want to build a canvas hut tent out in the woods. We really haven't had winter yet for it. Like I want to do hut tenting like when it's like below 0. So we just gotta talk Gina into it and find the right spot to do it. You up for the challenge?
I don't know. I know where the house is. So.
What about when it's like...
I think it'll be fun.
What about when it's like 2 in the morning? You're not gonna want to go back to the house.
Yeah, I think I can do it. Do you think I can do it?
I think so. I think it'll be fun.
Maybe we can use it and go around the chicken coops and the goat barns and stuff.
Yeah, we did that at the old homestead when we had a lot of snow. It made it a lot easier for walking. You can also put weight on this groom. There's like flat spots in the front and the back. So I think that way it would make it pack down a little bit harder. But we'll use it without weight right now. Get it packed down, see how it is. And then if we want, we can add weight. I think you can probably put like a 55-gallon drum on it. Cinder blocks, logs, whatever works. You can also use it for like a sled for pulling stuff out. So,
Babe, I really want some cross-country skis.
you do?
I don't know, maybe.
I'll groom the trails. You can ski them.
No, I was gonna say maybe you can
I'll
pull.
pull you.
I was gonna say maybe you can pull me, but I don't know about that.
So this is our first like big time using this drag. We've had it for a couple of years now. We used it at the other homestead for making trails to go here, there, around it. This is gonna be the first time going out. I can feel it pulling behind the mule. So it'll be interesting to see how much fuel we end up using. We have just over half a tank and I just filled that up the other day. So keep an eye on it, see how we do and see how good these trails come out. We have our first water crossing coming up in a little bit. We'll see how that goes. It is so beautiful out here today. I was out here the other night and we saw a moose just over there. This was a big one. Pretty sure it's the bull moose we saw this past fall, but he didn't have his antlers. So maybe we'll catch them in the drag today and then we'll bring them back. That'd be pretty wild.
The moose or the antlers?
The antlers.
Yeah, we don't.
Or the moose.
We don't want to catch the moose in the drag.
So this is our first big crossing. It goes nice and smooth without the drag behind it, but I'm just curious how the drag's gonna go. I think it should be fine, but you never know.
Well, another disappointing antler find. It's just a stick. Everything in my imagination, every stick is an antler. When I find one, I'll be like, why did I think these sticks were antlers? But right now, everything is an antler shed.
All right, so right up here at the bend is where I saw the big bull moose. He didn't have his antlers, but you never know. He could have just lost them. So, or if he's always up in this area, he could have lost them up here not that long ago. So keep your eye out.
Oh, I will.
Snow keeps falling off the roof onto the windshield. We don't got no wipers. So I'm seeing a lot of the old tracks where the deers have been crossing, but there's not a lot of fresh tracks right now. So I wonder if they're still bedded down and sleeping and keeping warm. And they're gonna wait for the snowstorm to finish passing before they get up and start wandering around. And it'll be interesting to see if they start using our groom trails to walk on versus all the deep snow. Because it's coming up pretty good. Go across this little waterway, and we got another waterway to go across, and we're going to head up to the big rock, see all that is, and then we're going to try to do all of our trails and get everything broken for the first time. So far everything's going good. You can feel the drag pulling. We're down a little bit on fuel, but not too bad. We should have more than enough to get back, but we'll just have to remember if we want to go out for a lot of grooming, either make sure our tank is filled up or bring some extra gas with us. It could be a long walk back. All right, so this is walking in fresh snow, Groom Trail. That's pretty nice. So much easier walking. I bet you the animals are gonna love it.
It looks beautiful too, really.
It does. You can hear the water over here. So magnificent. So relaxing.
Oh goodness.
That's the big old rock. You definitely feel the drag behind you when it's all filled up with snow.
Somebody's playing King of the Mountain right there.
This is another one of my favorite spots on the property. Thinking right here would be a good little overnight camping spot. You could have your fire right there, reflecting the heat back on you. You wouldn't even need a tent. I don't know if Gina would go for that one. You want to try sleeping out under the stars with no tent?
No, in the wintertime?
Yeah, we'll have like a blue canvas tarp or something.
No.
No? Survival challenge.
I'll go out in a tent, in a canvas tent, but I'm not sleeping under a rock.
Come on. You could be like a cave woman.
I don't know. I would have never said probably that I would sleep in a canvas tent, so maybe in a couple years, maybe I can be
Okay, I took that as next winter we can do that project. Alright, so we haven't been out on this trail in a while. We haven't been out yet. Definitely since the snow, so it's got probably, I'd say, at least 8 inches of snow out here. I can feel the mule kind of really having to work, but it'll make it a really good base. So I'm excited that we're getting all this snow. We can really come and groom it all. Doing a really good job making all these little water crosses. I didn't know how it would go, but I'm happy with that. It's looking great back there.
I want that to be an antler. Why can't that be an antler? Okay. Oops. I get wet feet.
Here we go, quick.
Oh, it's fine.
Can't see out my window. It's one of the worst things about this machine is it's hard to get a windshield with a windshield wiper. There's only like 1 or 2 companies that make them. All right, that's better. Now we can see again. First bridge crossing with the groomer. This could be interesting. So this right here is the end of the trail for now. We had a cul-de-sac put in for this year and they're logging over this way. So we're gonna continue this trail on down later on to that trail that me and Gina made, what was that, 2 years ago now? We want to connect to that trail, and then we actually want to go a little bit further and make a cool little campsite down over that way. So we got to make a cul-de-sac for now, but then it'll be moving on, which is awesome to see. It's neat to see the different progress we're making throughout the years.
And now we're going to double groom this.
Yes, now we're going to go back this way and groom it again.
Because we had to come this way and it's cul-de-sac, now we have to get back out, so we get to actually double groom this. So this one's going to be actually probably even nicer than the rest.
Our little cul-de-sac for now. I probably could have went wider that way. And I wouldn't have had to keep jigging and jagging. But they got to finish cutting this and then we can go that way with the trail. All right, so we've done this part of the trail before, or just did it. So now we gotta come up here and we gotta go right. And that's the last trail we need to get, other than the road. And everything will be groomed. Here we go. This part of the trail is gonna need some maintenance, but for now, until we can get maintenance, we can do maintenance out here, which won't be till spring or summer. I'll just have to come this way. The last couple of times we came out here, we've tried coming this way and going that way or this way, and we get stuck. We can get out, but it's a fight. But this way was nice and a smooth transition, so maybe this will freeze up now and we can keep going this direction. Should make it a little bit easier to collect the eggs too.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, it looks like all of our snow equipment is gonna start getting its workouts. Get to use the toolcat again today. Uh-oh, she don't want to fire up. That's weird. It's like it's not getting any fuel. That was weird. Not sure what that was all about. We'll let it warm up. I shut the key off. I let it cycle one more time. Fired it up. I turned the key and it fired right up. So I don't know if it just needed another cycle for the glow plugs or what the deal was, but she's running now. All right, so I've just had a few issues with the toolcat. It just stops running all of a sudden. I fueled it up, drove it over here, got out to take the fuel cans and put them in my truck. It just quit running. It took me a little while to get it running, and then it quit running again. I'm almost back into where I needed to go. Let me show you what comes on. This exclamation mark will come on. So like right now, I'll stop it, cycle the key, crank it. It's not on right now. Comes on. Same thing when it dies. If it's fine and then it just shuts off, that exclamation mark comes on. Let me know what that is. I'm thinking we have a fuel problem because it'll run and then it just quits. But it doesn't, it's not like it's starving for fuel. So you would think, I'm just processing in my head. Usually when a diesel vehicle is not getting fuel, it's like and then stalls out, like it's like a low idle. I'm not having this issue. So if you have any ideas, let me know. I like using the snowblower on the toolcat because it does such a nice job cleaning everything up. Now we just got to get it running and see what the issue is. I'm thinking even though it's dying the way it's dying, I'm still thinking it's a fuel filter issue. So I got to call into the dealer. I'll wait for them to call me back and we'll go from there, but I'm thinking it's fuel. We'll see what they have to say. We're getting a warning light, so I want to see what they say about the warning light on that. So I did a little more digging around last night. I do believe it's the fuel filter. I found out where it goes on the toolcat. Let me show you. There's a panel here under the passenger seat, and then this is the fuel filter, and it hasn't been changed out since, August of 2020. So I'm assuming it is the fuel filter. It's also a water separator. There's an electronic plug on the bottom of it. I don't know if you can see it right there. I'm wondering if that plug on it has anything to do with like the little indicator light that I keep getting on, if it's shutting off the system. Not sure. All right, here we go. This is an old filter. Old. Okay, so there is some fuel in it. Let's see what this looks like. I don't know, I'm not sure now. The fuel coming out of that old fuel filter looked fine. So, I'm gonna get some fuel in the new one. This is not dyed fuel. It's gonna come out clear. Alright, there's a little squeeze pump right here. I can feel fuel going through it, so that's good. Okay. Alright, filter's on. It's primed the best we can prime it. I'm hoping that's the issue, but I'm kind of thinking it's not. So, fingers crossed, and it takes care of it. I don't like that. does not want to crank. We were getting some injector codes. Those were showing up earlier when I talked to the dealer, but I was still kind of wondering if it's just because I wasn't getting fuel to any of the injectors. All right, the fuel filter didn't do it, at least not yet. I'm gonna see if we got air in the fuel lines. I'm gonna crack one of our injector lines and I'll have Gina get inside and start it, and we'll see if we're getting fuel out here. And if we are, then we know we have a separate issue. Stop. We got fuel. All right, we just got it running. I'm not sure if I just had to bleed those lines better or not, but I'm gonna move it just in case we got to get it towed to the dealer. It'll be facing better. And I'm gonna leave it running for a while and see what happens. All right, it is the next morning. You guys saw I had the tool cat running. I left it running for at least an hour. It stayed running just fine. I went out and I used it for about an hour. It worked great. I came back up here, stopped for a second. It stalled out. I got one injector code, cycled the key, turned it back on, started right up, came over here, did some more stuff, and then I parked it overnight. I just came back out a little while ago and I got all 4 injector codes again right when I turned the key on, and it won't start. Let me show you. Curious if they're gonna come on. Yep. So right now that's showing we got a code. Once this countdown's over, it's gonna show me the code numbers and should have all 4 injector codes come up. So we got 652, so injector 2, injector 4, injector 3, and injector 1, I'm gonna say 1. So the real strange thing is it's like intermittent. I definitely think it's either a wiring issue or a computer issue of some sorts like that. I'm not sure, so we're gonna let them, the dealer, figure that out. So they'll be here tomorrow to get it picked up. So we'll see how that goes, and hopefully it won't take them long to figure it out.